haven't got a Fat Bob, they've given me a Street Bob instead, which is apparently the same bike, but slightly different in the ways of your feet are in a different place, faffing around. I'm all excited, I'm all jittery. 1600 or something cc, big old bastard V-twin. Right. I've not ridden a V-twin for a very long time. Oh, okay. Clutch works. And I've stalled, we're doing well. Alright, so off we go. We are cruising, as they say. Wow, that's talky. Brakes work. Indicators are in strange places actually, and apparently they self-cancel, which is really cool. I have no idea where to go because I don't know Plymouth. Oh my god, it vibrates. There we are. Right, lid down. So let's go this way. Oh, that's smooth. Fucking loud though, Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah, that's a Harley. Oh, that noise. It doesn't bang though, which is, oh, I spoke too soon. She does bang. Alright, where should we go? Where should we go? This is a dead end. Cool, that's annoying. I've now got to do a U-turn. Right, U-turn. U-turn is doable. It's fucking wide though. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm in neutral. It's not ideal. There's a country road there. Shall we go down that? Let's see if I can do a U-turn. Turn it road then. On a fucking on a bandit. On a Harley. Oh god, that's tight. That's really difficult. There we are. Nailed it. Not too keen on the gearing position. Oh, that noise though. That exhaust. Oh, clutchless are hard. I suppose it's not really a clutchless bike, is it? It's a, yes, I'm riding a Harley. Hello. It's a cool bike though. I'll give them that. They do make a good bike, but I don't like this riding position. It's actually hurting my hip already. I have a bit of a bad hip, so like riding position's very important to me. And this is just a bit too cramped. It's soft, I'll give it that. Oh, apart from when you're riding over fucking gravel. It's very soft. It's not a throwing around how you doing bike, I'll tell you that. For free, lads. Ooh. I'm actually scared to put my foot, well, put my fucking wrist in it because I don't want the back end to kick out. But also, oh, that noise. And where's the pop? Give it a blip. There we are. Yes, blop, 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 blop. That's a Harley noise. How very kind of you, sir. Country lanes. Oh, naughty. She sounds good, which is one of the most important things I think when you're buying a bike. How does it sound? And this sounds phenomenal. Especially when you give it a little I am a Harley, respect me, respect my authority. But you feel like your knob's the size of a tunnel driving this. You feel like you can conquer a lot of things, which is really nice actually. The throttle response, absolutely perfect. And it bangs and it farts, and the handlebars are a bit thick. I feel like I'm having a wank, if I'm honest. You know, it's really thick. It's like holding a chud. Jesus, the red line's at 5,000 RPM. That's boring. I don't like this digital rev out meter. Not a fan of that. There's a lot of unsuitable roads for HGVs down here. Brake. Oh, the horn works. I was looking for the fucking indicator, it's on the wrong side. And it's not too heavy as well, which is nice. One thing I was always worried about with Harleys is how heavy are they. And this isn't too bad. imagine if you tried to pick the fucking thing up, you'd probably snap your back in half, but it's well balanced. It doesn't help the need to poo with the vibration through your bum hole. Now, vibration through the bum hole is a thing I'm always up for with motorcycles. I think that's part of the fun. I do feel old driving this bike though. I do feel very old. I'm not liking the how much the handlebars vibrate. Not liking that. Oh, it is a bone rattler. It does make your bones rattle. I'm not keen on that. I do like a smoother ride. And that bang every time you change gear is proper manly. This is a man bike. Like, imagine if you're a lady and you sort of hitch your bum back a bit further so that knob in the seat, oh shit, so the knob in the seat is touching yourself, then yes. Right, another turn in the road, why not? Without stalling. There we are, lovely. And that loud bang when you throttle off at 3,000 or 4,000 RPM. Wow. I did notice the dealership had a Hayabusa for sale. That was only £5 grand. Now this bike is great fun on a test ride, but I can't imagine me owning this. This isn't my bike. You know it when you get on it. I felt that when I got in the Bandit. This is my bike, and I felt that when I got in the Zephyr, when I got in the VTR. Every time, this is my bike. I love it. Even the CBR 125, this is my bike. You know, you just know, and I know this isn't for me, and I will regret buying this bike, as nice as it is. I think I'm just a bit dumbfounded by new technology on bikes, because I mean, you know, I'm driving a K1 fucking Bandit. You know, she's very tired, she's long in the tooth, and antiquated, you know, it's a very old antiquated bike. Did I come from here on the left? I think I did. We'll go this way anyway. But there's just something about this bike that does not make it mine, and I don't know what it is. It's a shame, because they're lovely bikes and I'm sure my partner would love it, but it's not me. It's a shame really, because you know when you know, and yeah. People do look at you though. They know it's a Harley when they hear that noise. People know, and I'll tell you what, they get that branding spot on of this is a Harley, this is mine. Even the kids know, even the fucking children know this is a Harley. Look, old man, yeah, he's riding a Harley, yes. He's wearing a sports bike helmet, oh dear, it's not piss pot. I don't like the indicators being on your throttle, that's horrible actually. Let's pull it over here, look. Get dirty. Actually no, let's not pull over there. That'd be dumb. Because knowing my luck, if it's got a very thin centre stand, it'll fall into something. Thank you, good sir. Let's go down this really narrow country road, just like one of the ones I ride on the way to work. Oh, it smells of poo. Hello sir, you enjoying that? Hi. It looks like you are. There's cows down here. There's a van behind me, and there's a car there. You're going to have to go back, love. I can't go back. I don't have a gear. I can't. Some people are just so fucking retarded. I cannot physically go backwards. I don't have a gearbox that allows me to go backwards. Let's see what she says. You've only got... That's fine. That's fine. Well done. Thank you. So angry. I'm riding a fucking Harley Davidson. Probably, oh, he's on a Harley, he's a twat. Oh, bramble. Oh, scratched it, scratched it. This is somewhere quiet. Let's pull over here. And let's talk about the bike. Oh, that's not neutral. That's neutral. Bad bike. Right, so the Street Bob. What do you think? I personally, not a fan. Looks like it's steel framed, big V-twin obviously, big reg rec at the front, which is going to get ruined by the shit flying up from that front wheel, especially if I was riding it daily. It's very black. I do like it. The front wheel is very thin. It was 190 by 19 inch. That's a fucking tiny wheel. Same with the back actually. 160/70. That's the size of my front wheel on the Bandit. So yeah, it's 15 plate, brand new. It's obviously got the naughty pipes on it. It's got a pillion seat. I don't think I'd want to sit on that. It looks very uncomfortable. Air cooled. Blowing on the exhaust already. Look, fucking hell. Big discs, obviously to stop the fucking weight of this bike. Now it does have what looks like the equivalent of a fuel tap. It's completely keyless. I've actually got the fob in my pocket, out of the way. Pissy little headlamp. I don't think that's going to see anything in the dark, because obviously I ride nights as well. It's a looker, but I think that's all it is. It's a looking bike. You look at it and go, I own a Harley. It's not a commuting bike, which is a shame really, because I like commuting bikes. And to be honest, it's not even that shiny. Hello. It's the antiquated twin shock system as well. I assume that's what gives it its soft ride, but oh, it's too soft on the back and it's too hard on the front. I'm not a fan of spoke wheels either. I like my cast alloy wheels just because they're easier to clean. Can you imagine cleaning them every night after your ride home? Jesus, drives me nuts. Obviously I don't think you'll ever get on the chicken strips on this thing because the engine casing's in the way. Or that massive, it's a belt drive as well, which I don't know, this is the first belt drive I've ever ridden and they're not any smoother than chains. It's obviously got a big belt there as well, which the Americans like to leave open for God knows why. So I think it runs a trans and an oil system. It's a cool looking bike. It's definitely my sort of style of bike, but it's not for me. You know, it's just the amount the handlebars rattle. It's got ABS, obviously that kicks in once you're 10 miles an hour. But just look at this. Look, it nearly rattled itself off the fucking stand. Look at that wheel. The whole bike just rattles. Let's turn that off. Daily usage dictates that is going to be a pain in the arse. It's going to... Shh, it's got an alarm. That vibrating is going to wear bushings out very quickly. And that means it's going to turn into a high maintenance vehicle. And when you're commuting and high mileage like I am, the last thing you want is high maintenance. Bikes are high enough maintenance as it is. It's a cool bike, but it's not my bike. I don't like where the air filter digs into your knee. You know, it'd be nice if they'd brought it into the engine a bit closer, but I suppose there's obviously reasons for it. Because they've got that giant fucking throttle body in the way. I do like the big thick bars, they're nice. And she drinks as well, Jesus. Like I said, this was a full tank when I first got on this. Apparently I'm on reserve. I don't believe it, but I can imagine it's down quite a lot. Because it is these are thirsty bikes. And when I'm doing my commutes 20 miles each way, I'm going to be filling this up every day, which is going to be expensive. It is a big 14 or 1600cc engine though, so you know, that could be a reason why. Ah, I've just seen that. The brake lights are the indicators. I'm not sure if I like that or not. People that aren't looking for your indicators for lights. I mean, yeah, I should probably turn that off so it doesn't go flat because the headlight's on as well. It obviously light up when you're riding, but and you can't turn the lights off on modern bikes anyway. But the indicators are tiny on the back then. I mean, it's cool that they've integrated it and be able to make it a bit tidier on the back, but I would much rather have a light there so you can see, you know, a nice big light just for rider safety. Start, darling. Wow, that compression takes a while to fire up, doesn't it? Look how much that engine shakes as well. I am Harley. I am in gear. Yeah. I mean, I'd rent one. I'd definitely take one out for a ride somewhere, but I wouldn't own one. I sort of my uncle owns a Harley. In fact, I think he owns a few now. I understand why he doesn't ride it. You know, they're good bikes, but they're not ideal for day-to-day living. Let's just close my visor so you can hear me again. For day-to-day riding, these are not good bikes. These are off we go. We're going 1,000 miles today. I can imagine on a proper Harley instead of this sort of like hybrid Harley they've tried to make. It's actually reasonably comfortable, but I mean, I'm sat in the back of the seat. I have no further to go. If I sit upright, because I have really bad posture anyway, it's quite uncomfortable. You just feel like you feel really cramped. You feel like you're constantly trying to lean forward and put your knee down, and on a fucking Harley, you know, it's when I see Harley riders. Let's just change gear so it cruises. When I think of Harley riders, oh, that idle's rough. Jesus. I think, oh, doesn't like that at all. You know, big, comfortable, long miles, eat the road sort of bike. Not how cramped can we fit the rider on sort of bike. And it's, I don't know, if I'm going to spend this sort of money on a bike, I'd want it to be perfect. I think this bike starts at 12 grand. It might be a bit more, it might even start at 15. And that, for a bike that isn't perfect, no. Not for me. You're welcome, my love. You a very happy lady. I've still not put my feet down though, which is nice. The bike does. It's very well balanced. I'll give them that. I don't like where the back brake pedal is either. It's a bit, like I said, everything feels a bit cramped and a bit rushed. They did release a lot of models this year, so it might be why. Ah! Say my name. That's exactly what the Harley's thinking. Say my name, Mr. Davidson. Oh, Mr. Davidson. Oh. Oh, say my name. Where's the bang? Where's the earth-shattering kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom. There it was. Well, a little one anyway. Brr, he's on a Harley. He knows what it's all about, obviously. Yeah, just a little tap of that throttle, just open it up, just so the cable's not bite, you know, so the cable doesn't bite, and you get them big bangs. Oh yes, do that in your fucking diesel, you Audi prick. He has been sitting up my arse, so he deserves it. I think if I was buying purely on sound, that is awesome, and poppiness alone, that would sell me on the bike. Well, it would sell me on the brand anyway. I don't think it'd sell me on the bike. But that banging and popping and, oh yeah, I do like bikes that pop and bang. I think I know where I am. I think I'm just coming for G&T motorcycles. I am. GT motorbikes. That might be the place for me to look next, I think. Just pull over into this bus stop and actually see where I'm going. Front brake is actually, even though it's good, it doesn't really grip. You know, it doesn't stop. It's just sort of a, yeah, on the front brake, I'm doing something, honest. Oh, that vibration through your bum. Am I still recording? I think I am. Fuck me, GoPro footage that has actually worked. Like I said last time I rode here,